Today we're doing our Q&A series where you ask a question and we give an answer. I'm Andriana Marshall and that is...
Grand Scrum Master Scott.
Welcome to our channel where we give Scrum training and tips, and if you have a question, you can leave it in the comment. We'll either reply to it or we'll create a video like we are doing today. So the question for today is, does a Scrum Master need to attend all the Scrum events?
Ooh, that's a real good one. I would say it depends on where you are in terms of you joining the company. For example, in the beginning, I'm going to have my teaching hat on because I'm teaching them what the Scrum event should be about. For example, sprint planning, daily Scrum, the sprint review, and the sprint retrospective. I am there for me, for my personal Scrum Master strategy. I am going to be in teach mode until I feel they're comfortable in terms of going through these Scrum events as it's designed in the Scrum Guide. And, you know, of course, taking in the team's flexibility and creativity. So now when I get, I feel comfortable that, hey, as I look at the Scrum Guide and I look at the team and we looking like the Scrum Guide says, then I can take off my teaching hat and begin to put on my coaching hat. And then I can step back because the Scrum Guide, you and I know, says that the Scrum Master does not have to facilitate any event. We just have to ensure that the event is positive, productive, and kept within the time box. Okay. Now, also remember, Daily Scrum is an event for the developers. And if the Scrum Master and the product owner is there, why are you there? I'm there as a Scrum Master because I'm teaching them to keep it within the 15-minute time box. Once I achieve that, all right, y'all, we'll see y'all. Now, that is one event that I don't go to after I achieve that. But the other three, sprint planning, the sprint review. I love facilitating the sprint retrospective, me personally. So typically I'm a contract worker, so I'm normally there for 6 to 12 months. So normally I facilitate most of those events because I'm trying to put some systems in place, some things in place so that, so they can continue to do Scrum and Agile well after I'm gone. Andriana, what are your thoughts?
Personally also like facilitating the sprint retrospective. I think it's a really fun event. I tend to have a lot of fun. I try to tailor the event to, and we could talk about this in another video, but I tend to try to tailor the event to whatever is happening the last 1 month or less, or depending on how long your sprint is. I typically work in 2 weeks. So every couple of weeks, I think about, okay, what happened this past couple of weeks? Or maybe it's a little bit of a look ahead and we're trying to figure out, okay, what can we learn from and how can we get better? Obviously, that's every retrospective, but a little bit more tailored to what just occurred. So I love that. I think I'll go back to the points that you made, which is ensure it takes place, ensure that attendants understand the purpose, and teach them to actually do it within the time box. I used to go the daily Scrum, but I actually felt like the teams were become really reliant on me. So I kind of stopped doing that, even with a brand new team. I'm like, here are some options. Here are some techniques. You guys pick and you figure out if you like this. And if you don't like it, you have the power to change it. You want them to feel comfortable. You want them to feel like they have ownership of that. You want them to feel like it's a valuable event where they are truly inspecting the sprint goal and not each other. Let me also go back to the original question. Does a Scrum Master need to attend all the events? I do not believe so. I think even when you go on vacation, somebody else has to be able to have that skill, facilitation, and being able, those events don't stop because you're out on vacation or you're out sick. The Scrum Guide says as needed. It does not say it's mandatory to attend every single event or facilitate every single event. So some of the sprint retrospectives, I'm a contributor because I am a part of the Scrum team. And I also have the ability to say where I see there are gaps and where I think we should take action and make improvements. So even if you are not on vacation, you don't have to facilitate every single meeting. Obviously, the daily Scrum is one of those where you don't need to. All right. Is there anything else for the people?
Oh, that's very, very nice. I love it. Love all the examples. I love it. Very
Okay,
nice.
so that was our very long way of saying you do not need to attend all the Scrum events, especially the daily Scrum. I recommend not attending it and helping them become self-managing and so forth. Scott has a different tactic. He says start it off, which is fine. We have a different strategy with a little bit of a difference. So you have some options here today. All right. Thank you for watching to the end of this video. Make sure that you subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment with your question or if you have any feedback for us. If you'd like to get in touch with us, you can see our LinkedIn links in the description, the Discord link. You can take courses with us and so forth. Thanks, everyone.